What's up, guys? It's your girl, Charity Chanel. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me loud and clear. What's up, guys? You guys are tap tuned and all the way into Reverse Happy Hour. I am your host, Charity Chanel. Y'all already know what time it is. And this is the show. Now, for those of you who are just now tuning in that don't know much about what Reverse Happy Hour is about, Reverse Happy Hour, we give you all the celebrity gossip, all the ratchetness that goes on in the world of hip hop, while also talking about daily and trending topics. Now, with that being said, let's get into our first topic of the night. Now, what we do have to talk about, guys, the first thing smoking like choking was we started off a very, very amazing new year. Everybody enjoyed New Year's Eve. We got to watch the ball drop. Everything was amazing. But by January 1st, we had lost two amazing people in the world. One of those people being Gangsta Boo. And for those of you who know who Gangsta Boo, who don't know who Gangsta Boo is, Gangsta Boo was a prominence part of 3 6 Mafia Collective. She was found dead on New Year's Eve day. Now, the night before, Gangsta Boo and 3 6 Mafia and them were at a concert. So after they left the concert, she went and she partied with her brother. And after, I guess, I'm assuming partying, her brother supposedly OD'd, but he was able to revive himself, or at least that's what they're saying. And then they went on to another destination, which was Gangsta Boo's house, and continued to party at Gangsta Boo's house. And next thing we know, in the wee hours of the morning, Gangsta Boo, who was at the age of 43, was found on her front porch and had died of an overdose. Now, from sources, our brothers and our sisters at TMZ, y'all know they gonna always report the news quick, fast, and in a hurry. What they're trying to say is that this is fentanyl related. That's what they're saying, that Gangsta Boo was, doing fentanyl. So, as far as we know, that's what they're saying. I don't know if it's true or not. This is what allegedly is being said at this moment. There is no truth to that. But as far as we know, this is what TMZ had reported thus far. Um, Now, Gangsta Boo, we know Gangsta Boo for having her song "Where Them Dollars At," which was featured in every strip club back in the 90s. It was featured in Players Club. Gangsta Boo was that girl. Gangsta Boo was also about to beat who was it, Busy Bones ass at the versus battle. Uh she don't play that, okay? We also remember when Gangsta Boo and her husband Emmett was on marriage boot camp, and there was the episode where Dr. Ish had went into the room, and I guess they were moving some stuff around, and the little baggy bag had fell out of her stuff, and Gangsta Boo lost control because Gangsta Boo felt like y'all were trying to accuse her of doing drugs, and she like, all I do is smoke weed. Well, it's a lot of people who are trying to say that, you know, she was doing the heavy stuff and all of that. Let the lady rest in peace. The lady is gone. Like, her family is mourning the loss of her. Like, she was an amazing person. She was trying to tap back into it. She was one of the people that shared recognition to Glorilla, who we all know is Big Glow, not the little one. But it's super sad anytime somebody has to pass away, especially when it is drug related. So our prayers go out to the family of Gangsta Boo, who's also known as Lola Chantrell. Okay. We're gonna move right along. We also had another passing on the same day, the first. The drummer from Earth, Wind and Fire. Okay, he was just recently inducted. They were recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Sorry, Fred Wright passed away. He was 67, and he passed away on January 1st as well, the same day the Gangsta Boo passed away. And we all know that this was a drummer. He has drummed on a lot of songs with Earth, Wind, and Fire. You better know he was the man.com, and it's super sad. And our prayers go out to Fred White's family as well. Now, moving right along, we have to talk about the most big breaking news that kind of happened on Monday, which is Damar Hamlin, who, is still in the hospital. He has recovered. He hasn't fully recovered, but he is showing signs of improvement. Now, we all know on Monday night there was a football game against the Cincinnati Bengals. And the Buffalo Bills. And about 5 minutes and 58 seconds left of the game. Well, in the first quarter. Let me not say left in the first quarter of the game. Hamlin had tackled Higgins, which we know I don't know what fruit fly up in here just flapping around. So excuse me if you see me flapping. But he had Hamlin tackled Higgins. And after he had Hamlin got up, almost immediately he fell to the ground. Now this was about 8:55 p.m. At that time, the medical team immediately began to treat Hamlin at that time, CPR to resuscitate him as well. He was rushed to the hospital where he was placed, and he still is, as far as the reports are showing, on a ventilator, but definitely is awake, and he is definitely showing more signs of improvement. He's able to write messages out. And it's super sad, because our next topic, after we come back from our commercial break, plays part into Damar Hamlin as well, because there were some insensitive things that were said on Beyonce's internet, is what we all call it. Beyonce's Twitter. And it was very messed up, because this man is like really fighting for his life, and people were saying some very insensitive things about him, like why this or why that. Come on, bro. He's laying out. And if it was your child, how would you feel? This is a serious thing. His family was there. The players on both teams were, they felt that they were both impacted by all of this, and for him to have suffered cardiac arrest, that is very serious. A lot of people now are trying to say that he was recently boosted, and they're saying that the booster had something to do with it. So now you got the people, going crazy. Oh my God, he got boosted, and this is what happened. The booster did it. This is why, in a nutshell, in a whole, football is the most dangerous sport to play, but up the most from your tackles, from getting sacked all over the field. This is the most dangerous sport to play. So what I will say, I'm not going to sit here and rally up and say, oh, it is the booster, and, and all of that. I was against the vaccine myself, but I was forced to get one. Unfortunately, I wasn't trying to lose my job, but we don't know if that is to play. But let him get well and let him get better before we start hopping to accusations about what did what. You don't know what did what. We don't know what did what. It could have been the tackle. It could have been something that just knocked the wind out of him. It didn't necessarily have to be the booster. We don't know. We really don't know what it was. But saying insensitive things about, this man and this time and this critical time, because anything could do a 360 at this moment. He is still in the hospital, and the last thing that we need to be doing is sitting up here fighting over because he had got a booster and this is what caused cardiac arrest. It's ridiculous to me. But with that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, which is the first commercial break of the night. We'll be right back with more of the Reverse Happy Hour. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is the Reverse Happy Hour. I am your host, Charity Chanel. And for those of you who are just tuning in, thank you so much for tapping in with me, tackling all these topics that we're talking about. You can always go back and watch the replay to catch up on things that you've missed. Always pop up in the comments. I just want to shout out to everybody that is watching on the live. Thank you guys so much for tapping and tuning in with me tonight. Let's go ahead and move right on to our next topic that we do have. And this plays in hand with Damar Hamlin. Now, at the time of everything that was happening on Monday, Skip Bayless, which we all know has a show with Shannon Sharp, Skip was dragged for posting very much insensitive tweets about Damar Hamlin at the time. Now, Shannon and Skip have a show that is called Undisputed. And we've seen Skip and Shannon go back and forth on this show a lot of times because Skip is very egotistical asshole. In my opinion, that's what he is. I think Skip looks like he's sick. Skip looks like he needs some sunlight. Skip, you look like you got the booster in this photo that we got up. Are you okay? Did you drink your orange juice today? Okay. Looking like a reject from Friends. I don't understand it. So in the midst of it that happened on Monday night, Shannon Sharpe did not show up to work. And at some point, Shannon was just deciding if he was going to even return or not. Well, when Shannon did return, Shannon definitely had some very choice words. But before we get into what Shannon was talking about, let's put up some of these tweets that Skip Pointless had posted. Now, the first one that he posted, this is what he posted. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. But how? This late in the season? A game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. This man is laying on the damn field, fighting for his life, and you want to sit up here and worry about a goddamn football game? Don't nobody give a damn about this damn game. We trying to make sure this man ain't just die in front of millions of people on this field. While you sitting up here looking like you just came from outside in the rain, smelling like bologna. I mean, we can really just drag you all day, Skip, because I really felt like what he was saying was just, it pissed everybody off. But he did double back, and he came back with his tweet. We got that other tweet when he tried to apologize. I think we have that. It's so crazy. This is really, he tried to double back. Okay, this is what he tried to do, y'all. He tried to double back and say, no, that's not really what I meant. Shout out to my sister, Just Rail on the live. Girl, I cannot wait to get you back in the seats, honey. So he basically tried to double back and say that, oh, that's not pretty much what I meant. This is what I was saying when I was saying this tweet about Damar Hamlin. No, you only tried to double back because people started dragging you, okay? You were the uncle from Full House that didn't make the cut. You're the uncle that we don't ever want to go around because you smell like peppermints and pee. You are that uncle, Skip, that nobody really cares for. You are the uncle that comes around and everybody just like, what? Who invited him? Why is he here? Because you just going to show out. It was very insensitive. But anyway, Shannon came back to work. And he came back to work, and Shannon basically was saying, like, going on as to why he, didn't come to work. And then he went on to talk about the tweet. And then he's like, well, Skip said this, but I'm not sure if he is going to, pretty much taking it back. Skip is just pretty much at the point where I stand on what I tweeted. And no, I'm not going to take it down. What does it take to cancel this man? Because you cancel everybody else. You cancel anybody else for the smallest thing, okay? You canceled, Uncle Ben from Off the Rice Box. You canceled Aunt Jemima off the pancake box, but we can't cancel Skip for saying insensitive things. And this is not the first time that he has said something that was very insensitive, pointless, and meaningless. This man gets away with whatever. He gets away with whatever, and everybody says that it's okay. Honestly, I feel like, as Shannon was trying to explain himself more, Shannon like, well, the bosses, wanted to talk about the tweet. Skip like, no, the bosses didn't. They didn't want me to talk about it. No, they definitely want to talk about this tweet because the minute that Skip had posted the tweet, the Twitter went into like a whole frenzy. Like it started short circuiting and going crazy. So I think a lot of the times, especially in this day and age, you really need to watch what you say, how you say it, what you post, how you post it, because it will come back and bite you in your ass like Skip Assless. He's not even like a Bayless. I don't even want to say his name anymore. When I go in a store and walk past Skippy Peanut Butter, I don't even want to see Skippy Peanut Butter because you made me mad. But in all reality, we're gonna continue to pray for DeMar, and his family, and just in hopes, that he can eventually get right back, so that he's able to get right back on the field and do what he loves to do. We get it. And Skip played football back in the day, didn't he? I thought Skip did, or he did something, or cheerleader. I don't know what Skip did. I, really don't care too much for the man, but I just feel like a suspension, something. They ain't gonna do it though, because they like that. This is what they like. So let's tap into the comments. We got Dallas D in the comments. He said, yeah, he shouldn't have said that. Someone health is way more important than a damn game. You are absolutely right about that, because at that point in time, it should have definitely been canceled. Nobody knew if this man nobody knew what had happened. If for one, they wanted to bring him back for sure. We need to, do CPR. We need to do all of our steps that we need to do. And we need to get him off this field. We need to get him rushed to, a hospital so that we can know what's going on. And Skip is basically saying, well, I've seen things like this happen, or trying to compare, other things to have some sort of relevancy, and the game continue. Well, that was then, Skip. This is now. Okay. This is not the 1600s when y'all were throwing rocks saying that they were footballs. But with that being said, because I could go on all day about Skip, but I'm not going to drag him too much because he's already got ate up. And from the picture that we had showed you of Skip and Shannon, it already looks like life is tearing this man apart at this point in time. And honestly, probably in the next couple of months, Skip is going to be looking real oldish. Tales from the hood, tales from the crippish. You're going to be looking a real, because you got to watch what you say, because the tongue is very powerful. And the tongue will tell on the tongue will tell on you and your true intentions. Like, it will definitely tell. So Skip, you got to watch that, because in a couple of months, who's to say you won't be in a grocery store and then you pass out? Who's to say you won't pass out somewhere? And then what you want us to do? You want us to be posting little tweets? Oh my God, Skip, we're praying for you, Skippy. Skip, speedy recovery. Like, no, we're not going to be doing any of that. What goes around comes back around. You better be careful. Skippy, my boy, Skippy, my guy. We need to do that. Okay, so what Dallas says something one more time. He says, so what he have to say after the backlash? So pretty much what he said was Shannon Sharpe had came back, onto the show, because, Shannon had took a whole day off, where they were trying to say it was a no call, no show. Shannon just ain't show up. After you tweeted something like that, I'm not about to come and be in your face when this man is in critical condition. So he took a 24-hour, he came back, as Shannon was basically giving the spiel as to why he was gone, and, kind of brought up the tweet, but not to talk about it, just to bring up the tweet, this to kind of say, Skip had did this tweet. I know a lot of you were mad. As soon as he said that, like, Skip wouldn't even let Shannon get a word out. So, Skip pretty much was saying that he's not taking it. I'm not taking the tweet down. It is what it is. I said it. I stand on it, and I'm not taking it down. So that's what it was. So he really didn't, say much. He did another tweet where he tried to kind of clear it up. But by that time, he didn't really clear up anything. He just took like the Skippy peanut butter and just spread it more and just made a big mess. You should just never tweeted it at all. You shouldn't have said any of it. You shouldn't have said any of it. It was ridiculous. But with that being said, guys, we're going to take our second break really quick. And then when I come back, we have to talk about the breaking news out in Miami Gardens from French Montana. I lost my train of thought. French Montana was doing a video shoot, and some things definitely were not looking too good, because 10 people were shot out of the licking in Miami Gardens. So we will talk more about that when we get back. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry about the no audio on the commercial break. They just don't want us to be great. Okay, so as I was saying before we took this little quick little commercial break. We were talking about 10 people being shot outside of the licking in Miami Gardens. That was in Florida during a French Montana video shoot. Now, what happened was it seemed somebody that was in the crowd while French Montana was, filming his video shoot. This person's cell phone was taken, this person's keys and wallet was taken. And all I know is after that had happened, the shots got a firing and people started getting hit from the shots. Now, we don't know if French Montana was hurt or anything. I mean, he took to Twitter and he posted, so I'm assuming that he is okay. But French Montana did take to, like I said, he took to Twitter and he talked about that he was, out with a couple of his friends, kind of shooting something for CB6, which is like something that he has coming out in the works. He said we were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that is what he's saying. Now, the licking is definitely affiliated with a lot of celebrities out in Florida, like such as DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled goes there, very, very, very advocate member there. So about 4 people were taken to the hospital with the paramedics. 4 people drove themselves, and then about 2 people were airlift. That's what we have at this moment. That's what we have, as far as what the news outlets are giving out at this time. All they know is that it was a French Montana video shoot that was happening in front of the licking in Miami Gardens that was in Florida, and 10 people were shot. Now, there are no reports of nobody dying or anything. We don't have any of that. Everybody seems to be in a stable condition. Nobody seriously injured, but there were 10 people that were shot while this was happening, the filming of that. And so the licking took to their Twitter as well to apologize for what had happened. But, when it's crowds like that and people are coming out, you can't really control that. It's sad to say that you have to have security on, everywhere. Anytime you have a celebrity in town where they're shooting a music video, where they're doing this and doing that. Now we have 10 innocent people who were shot just out to maybe see their favorite rapper. French Montana might be their favorite rapper. We haven't heard nothing from French Montana since French Montana was French Montana, but it's nice that he was, coming out, getting his, showing Florida some love during his video. And it sucks because the licking is a very popular restaurant in Florida. So it was very, very sad to see that and to have to report that. And that is what is breaking right now, as far as that we do know. So that is the update we have. We don't have anything else. But of course, you guys can always tune into your local news channels. You guys can always tap into my brother, Antoine 360, for all the reporting news, because he gonna give it to you. He don't want no smoke with nobody. So y'all make sure y'all tune in with my brother. And definitely and catch up on all of that, and just it's gonna be good stuff. But we're gonna move right along. We have to talk about the most ultimate manifestation of 2023 when we talk about manifesting what you want in life, manifesting your goals, because you never know, they might come true. Because Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti made it official. That's right. Now we know that back in 2016, Yo Gotti had a song, Goes Down in the DM. And in that song, he says, I wish I could have Angela Simmons. I'm in love with Angela Simmons. And at the time, Angela was, dealing with the death of, her child's father at that time. So Angela Simmons was not really really interested in Yo Gotti at that time. But what I will say is patience is the key, because Yo Gotti was very patient. And baby, they are officially dating. They took to the internet, and the internet went crazy when we saw these pictures because they look so good. And I love it. I love, love, love is good. And sometimes you be on 2 different wavelengths at the time. You know what I'm saying? With a person, you're on a different outing, or you're on a different boat, a different shore. But with patience and really maturing and getting yourself together, putting yourself first, loving yourself first, and then being open to love, this is what happens. So this is like the true definition that this man manifested this, baby. You better speak it into existence. This is living proof, honey. And he got his woman, and they look good. I like it. I really, really love it. I really, really love it. We also have the actor. Summer Walker delivered her twins with her doula, Erykah Badu. So we do know that Erykah Badu is a doula, and she delivered Summer Walker's twins, which was very awesome, very beautiful. We're not gonna post any of those videos because we like to give people their privacy. Sometimes, but these are like the little kiddos. They're not really showing the faces or anything, but just kind of shows like Erykah Badu helping delivering Summer Walker's baby, her twins, and which was very amazing to see. Lastly, what I have on the docket for you guys is actor Jeremy Renner is in a critical but stable condition. He was out there snow plowing in Nevada on New Year's Day and just got completely hurt. I don't know how. It rarely snows in Nevada, but when it snows in Nevada, it snows in Nevada. So he was out there doing something snow plowing, and he kind of injured himself. He don't even know how he injured himself. He just know that he injured himself. And there were pictures of him like in the hospital, but of course, we do not have any of those pictures. We only have the pictures of him looking like the looking that he is. And for those of you who do not know who Jeremy Renner is, he is the actor that he played in the Endgame, the Avengers Endgame. I want to say his name is Hawkeye. Hawkeye. Look at me right off the cut. I'm learning, y'all. I really am learning. Shout out to Xavier, my brother, on the live. Now, y'all know that Xavier does all of the production for Reverse Happy Hour Street Team. Shout out to WTM Network, baby, because without him, none of it would be possible. With that being said, I think all we have is, we're going to do a final break, and then we're going to do, in case you missed it, stick around, guys. I'm about to just stop playing commercial breaks, okay? And I'm gonna start talking through them. I'm gonna start walking you guys through these commercial breaks. I'm gonna say, now, you guys can send your family and friends Zelles, $20, $30. You guys can send to everyone. Because this platform, this little streaming tool, I'm about to call him. We gonna call him right now. Let's prank call. But let's get into, in case you missed it, let's tap into it. This is my favorite segment of the show because that means it's closing time. All right, so the cheapest tickets of the spring and summer for 2023. Let's see what we got. Taylor Swift, $1,247. Okay, now Westmount, they got Snoop Dogg, Too Short, Ice Cube, E40, $1,125. Janet Jackson, $784. I would have thought she would have been up there with Taylor Swift. New Edition, $623. I wouldn't pay $623 to go see New Edition. I will give New Edition a $40 lawn seat. $100. I'm just saying, you got to think about the members and stuff. Like, no. If you're not giving me Bobby Brown when back in the day when he was like, cutting up Bobby Brown, I'm not paying a $623. That's half my car now, half my rent. ZZ Top, $603. Anita Baker, $5.92. Now I don't know. I might pay $5.92. No, I ain't gonna pay $5.92 for Anita Baker. I'm not paying that. No. I wouldn't pay to go see none of them. I would look, they're gonna bring it to the VR. I would go to the metaverse to see them. I'm not paying that much money. No, that's a lot of money. We're in a hole. We have inflation happening right now. The grocery store is high. Gas is like very high. I don't know, guys. Would you guys pay that money to go to these concerts to see these people? Let's pop it up one more time. That's a lot of money. And that's the cheapest. We already know Beyonce is gonna be like Jesus Christ when Beyonce is gonna like definitely probably be ridiculous. I thought at least for Janet Jackson would have been up there with Taylor Swift because Janet is gonna perform all her hits. You know. Well, that's enough for me. It doesn't look like I'll be going to anybody's concert this year, baby. I would say at this point, guys, with these prices, this is for you to travel and see the world with this right here. For $600, hell, $592, you can get a round trip somewhere real nice, and take half of that and put it like towards your room, something nice, Airbnb. That's ridiculous. That's enough for me. It's enough for me on the concert, guys. It's enough for me. It's enough for me. Okay, so we got one more thing that we're going to talk about, guys, in case you missed it. We're going to talk about the, what did we say, the cities with the highest crime rate. The top cities with the worst murder rate. Nowlands, and now this is as of June, so it'll be up to date for us again in June. But Nowlands, Baltimore, Birmingham, St. Louis, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Rochester, New York, Philadelphia, Hotlanta, and Kansas City, MO. It's just, I mean, I think it's real sad. But hopefully we don't really, let's just live, people. Come on, like I'm retired of killing people. I think, let's stop killing people. I want to live. I want to enjoy life. I want to eat, a baguette in Paris. Like people ain't got time to be getting killed, when people trying to enjoy life. I think it's just ridiculous. Let's just all live life and enjoy life for what it is. Stop fighting each other. Stop killing each other. Take trips, spend money, go be happy. Stop being miserable. I think the biggest thing of this year is, I hate to say it, like the negative, depressing energy. We got to fight that spirit. We got to fight that spirit. We do. We got to fight that whole spirit, because we want to be happy. Everybody should be happy. Everybody deserves to be happy. So let's tap all the way into their happiness this year. Like, stop complaining about shit you can change. Stop complaining about shit that you can change. You have the ability to change it. Stop complaining about the shit you can change. We're not doing it anymore. You complaining about that job? Guess what? Quit. Go get another one. You complaining about your man to your friends? Guess what? Leave them. Go get another one. You complaining you just lost $40? Go donate plasma. Fuck it. I don't know what to say. I'm being so very vulgar tonight, because somebody has to say it. I get so sick and tired of it. When people go through their own things, and not saying that for you not to have those moments, because you're gonna have those moments. But what I say, if there's a constant, let's say if you have a friend and every time you talk to this friend, it's constant negativity. Like, this person ain't happy about nothing. Every time you talk to this person, and they're complaining. Baby girl, you got to get from around here. What my mom used to tell us back in the day: get from behind these Satan. Because you can speak life into a person, and you can speak so much life, and you can pour into people, but then you pour into all these people when it's time to pour into your cup empty. Because you don't pour it into all these people who complaining about life, complaining about things they can change. I want to travel. I want to see the world. Go do it. I got a credit card. I don't know what I'm going to do. Pay $25 a month. Like, swipe it. You can't take it with you when you're gone, girl. Live your life, honey, and enjoy it. This is a whole new year, 2023. Bunk what anybody has to say about you. Enjoy yourself, love yourself, be kind to yourself, but most of all, do more for yourself. I am your host, Charity Chanel. I will see you guys next Friday right back here at the station. Bye, guys.